What's up, everyone? Matt Minder here with the APT, along with my good friend Mr. Matt Fegley, the competition czar, and our good friend Barney. I'm not sure if he's chapter owner, helper slash player slash member slash friend slash whatever, but we're happy to have you, Barney. You have the coolest background of the day. Congratulations!
Very good. Very good. Well, it's good to be here, y'all.
So we're happy to have you, Fegley. Where are you in the world these days?
I'm in Ketchikan, Alaska, on a boat.
Can you spell that?
K-E.
You can't cheat.
I can cheat. Ketchikan.
There you go. Ketchikan. Spelled like you say it, kind of.
Yes. Kind of.
Nice. Well, it's good to be with y'all tonight. Back from hiatus. We're 1 week away from North American Championship opening to everybody. We're also 1 week away from the first of the fall majors in 2025 opening, and that's Omni Homestead Resort in Virginia. They keep calling Bedford Springs their little brother, which to me is very high praise.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? If they're the big brother of Bedford, Bedford is pretty stinking good. But we're going to play there 2 weeks after they host a USGA championship. So golf course is going to be perfect. Being in the mountains of Virginia in the middle of October will be gorgeous. Great deals on the hotel, which is one of the most prestigious resorts in the country. So it's going to be a good time.
The weather will be like it is for me in the middle 60s instead of the 111 million facing the rest of the country.
Well, I think it's kind of great because everybody, when it's 100 and something, is like, man, I can't wait till it's in the 60s. And then when it gets to the 60s, they're like, oh, it's the 60s. Remember what it's like in July, guys. 60s is good.
Well, because then the 40s start coming into play, and that's when it's no fun.
The 40s are no fun. But we don't like the 40s. No. So I'm trying to get my wife to let us move somewhere warm. It's like I would stay home more in the winter if it was warm.
If it was warm, right?
So
gotta get away. Oh man.
Yeah. Well, anyways, jump right in. We got 9 topics tonight to talk through. So it should be fun. Got some good info. But up first, hole 1, Barney, you're on because you're excited for French Lick this weekend. We're excited for French Lick this weekend.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's I'm not even playing, and I'm excited about being there. So
you got the hand surgery.
Yeah, I had the surgery on Monday, and
jeez.
And if anyone violates any rules, I can club them.
Pace of play right there.
Right. So just put me out. Give me a cart. I'll start marshaling.
Sir, you are 2 holes behind.
That's right. But yeah, it's going to be great. And we started with Sultan's Run, so it's going to be fantastic up there.
Yeah. So I played golf with Bresner today from Phoenix, and I've yet to beat a French Lick. So for those that don't know, Collins came a month early, 2 days before we left for French Lick last year. And so I ended up obviously staying home. So I've never been. But I was playing with Bresner. I was asking about Sultan's Run, and he said, man, it might be the most underrated golf course in America, is what he said.
Yeah, it's great.
Sultan's Run.
Yeah, it's going to be a great weekend. If you're going up and you're playing all 3, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. And both days of the major are going to be great. I love the Donald Ross course. It's super challenging. You think you've got it licked when you hit the green, and then you get to the green and you're like, holy crap, if I had known this, I would have done something different or tried to do something different. So, but yeah, it's especially if we put those par 3s deep, because they can all be, all but one of them can be deep. So yeah, it's fantastic. So, and then Pete Dye is just, it's great views. It's great course. So I'm jealous, but at least I get to go around and see the whole thing.
Absolutely. We're gonna have a good time this weekend for sure. So somebody that's never been, what's one thing that will surprise me when I'm there?
About the golf or about the area?
Just in general.
I think how small of a town or couple towns that we're in right there. It's really quaint. It's kind of Shannon always calls it a throwback to an older time with the resort. It has that very old feeling. And if you go to the French Lick Hotel, or if you go to West Baden, which is the two hotels there with the resort, those two places are a tourist attraction in themselves. So spend some time and go see those things. But it's just this little town. If you're staying at the resort, you can walk to everything. They have a shuttle that goes back and forth between the two hotels, and take all of that in, and then head on downtown to their downtown area. And there's lots of shops, restaurants. They got a good ice cream shop. So lots to do right there. And then there's 2 world-class golf courses
right
tucked away as well.
Yeah. No, what about the golf?
In my opinion, the hills. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm where? This is
Right,
not
for
Indiana.
sure. Yeah, the golf's great. I mean, they're very different looks. The Ross course, it's got some, it's kind of surrounded by trees, but you're kind of down in this area. But like Matt said, it's up and down, a lot of uphill shots, downhill shots. So it's great. And then the Nigh course sits up on top of a mountain, and you get these crazy views. But yeah, I think the Nigh course is either right on the edge or it's in the Hoosier National Forest. So it's pretty cool.
Dude, I'm looking through the local lineup as you're talking, and I'm sitting here going like, I was at Rain Dance National. That's a rain day makeup in Denver. That place is legit. Stonewall Orchard in Chicago's top 3 in Illinois, and that's probably underrated at top 3. PB Dye in Maryland, another great one. Tangle Ridge is good in Dallas. You guys got Sultan's Run in Indy. East Tennessee's playing really great spot this weekend. Those are just the ones I know. Like, just some great golf on the APT all across the country this weekend. So it's going to be fun. Get involved in one of your local chapters, play some events. It's going to be good, man. But I just transitioning to hole 2, just kind of an update on Indy, man. I'm telling you, I am super excited about what's going on in Indianapolis. There's some serious momentum going on there. You guys are growing. It's good. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what's going right and what's on tap coming next?
Yeah, things are going really good. Membership is growing every year, and along with growing membership is we're having more people at our tournaments, and I think the word's getting out on the type of tournament that Shannon puts on, and people are showing up from a lot of different chapters, try to put on a good event, and like we say, it's by the players for the players, and we're truly taking that to heart, and that's kind of leading everything that we're doing in Indy. So and trying to go back to those courses that everyone loves and that treat us the way we should be treated, coming in and putting on a tournament and treats our players right, but then also trying to pick out a few new spots every year and try something different, give a little bit of variety to the chapter members, because you don't want to see the same course all the time, and there's a lot of courses in and around Indy, and so we're trying to branch out a little bit and try some new places, see what works, and if it doesn't, then we move along, and if it does, then we stick.
Right. There's some good ones. I know you guys had an event a couple weekends ago at FOW in Bloomington, which that place is special.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some great golf in Indiana. We talk about Iowa so many times on here. Iowa may have the best schedule, most underrated schedule, but Indiana's right up there. There's some great golf in Indiana for the 120 players coming in this weekend to French Lick that have never been. Like, you're gonna get off the plane from wherever you're driving in from and be like, where am I going? And then you're gonna get to the golf course. You're gonna be like, this is legit. It's so good. So.
Sure. Yeah, and then when you hit Sultan's Run, and this is one that we've been doing for years. When you hit that course, it's awesome. It's challenging. I think it's going to play about 6,500 for Division I, and then how the breakdown goes on down. But it's got some really challenging holes. It's also beautiful. It's got some elevation changes in it. And then, of course, the one that everyone talks about is the 18th hole, which has a full waterfall behind as you're hitting into the green. So it's behind the green. So it's pretty dramatic. And I think Shannon's trying to give everyone the chance to drive that hole. So we'll see if anyone tries to go for it. We'll see.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, we've never played it from up there, but he's going to give it a shot.
Could be fun. Just an interesting way to end the day. It's always fun to throw a little drive par four out.
Of course, you don't hit it. You got a lot of trouble right. You could be on the side of a hill left. So it's not just there's some serious risk out there, but it'll be fun. He always tries to give us one hole on a par four where if you want to try to go get it, you can try. And so he's thrown it in here on the last hole at Sultan's Run.
Well, that sounds like fun. Well, I will tell you this, man. Perfect transition to the third hole, which is our Player of the Year. A lot of Player of the Year points on the line this weekend, heading into the local finals, both local and national. A lot of implications. I know a lot of guys that are at the top 5 in the country are going to be in French Lick in their respective divisions. And so it's going to be quite the heated battle. It's going to be a lot of fun. But Fegley, why don't you talk a little bit, let's start with the local Player of the Year, how those things work, and test your memory.
Test the memory.
I got you.
All right. So just a reminder, the Player of the Year races are best of. They aren't just a continuation of how many events you play. So the local Player of the Year takes the best 8 of your local events, the best 2 of your elevated events, and then the local finals / chapter finals of your area. That is how the local finals or the local Player of the Year is calculated. Again, it's best of events. So if somebody plays 30 events, they're not going to run away with things. Obviously, they'll have a statistical chance at, having a better 8 scores than those that play 10 or 12. But at the same point in time, somebody that gets hot, it's all wide open because it's the best of events. And as a reminder, elevated events, that includes, 2-day, all 2-day events, both national and local, and then as well as the 1-day elevated events that we have throughout the country. So that's the best 2. And then the local finals in your local area is what determines that local Player of the Year. So again, take a look at your Player of the Year races. If you are behind, got a chance to improve positioning and catch up, and especially with that local finals being that good opportunity for everybody to work things out and fight it out and see who the Player of the Year races are going to come down and who's it going to be. Yeah. So that's how that works.
Yeah, definitely lots of great battles across the country going on. And then we've got our Worldwide Golf National Player of the Year race. Obviously lots of points on the line. French Lick, American Dunes, and then it's off to the local finals and then the NAC. So that's going to be fun. A little bit different setup for the National Player of the Year this year. More weight on national events when you're playing against people from other chapters. But just want to mention.
Yep.
I just want to go through the top 5 in each real quick, Fegley, because I think this is interesting. Division 1, leader Taylor Gossett, Oklahoma City. Second place, Josh Crossan from Las Vegas. It's so cool to see these people from all over the stinking country playing well. John Mazzotti, the Carolina Triad, is in 3rd. Tyler Sipes, Indiana boy, is in 4th. Will Morgan from Carolina Triad in 5th place in D1. D2, Travis Warlift from Charlotte. Rocky Dare is from Central Pennsylvania, New Jersey, that whole area. I always get them wrong. One of those two. I'm gonna get I see Brodsky on the chat. He's gonna be like, he's from Central PA. You're right. I'm not pulling this up, man. I'm just going by memory. Give me a break. We weren't prepared for this. Kurt Bresner in 3rd. Buckeye, Arizona from Phoenix. Played golf with him today. He's playing really well right now. Lingenfelter. Mike Lingenfelter's in 4th from St. Louis, and Johnny Pierce is in 5th, defending National Player of the Year, making a run at it. And I got to say, Jeremy Key's lurking as well in 6th from Augusta, so that's fun. D3 jumping right in. Andre Banks from Charlotte's got the lead by less than 11 points over Gary Barrow, Kentucky boy. Kelly Hopkins from Central Pennsylvania is in third. He's close. Cody Bean from Utah. So is in fourth. Cody Markovich from Upstate's in fifth. And Steve Beckstead from Utah's in sixth. So you got guys all over the country. Division 4, Tom Leonard. Somebody's got to pass Tom Leonard's point total because he's in Division 3 right now, hanging on to the Division 4 lead, but it's less than 20 points. John Sand's going to catch him pretty quick in second. New York, Dave Drucker, St. Louis, Tom Gibson from Charlotte, Daniel Henrith from the Carolina East, and Andy Repetto, sixth place, CPA. So good for them. And then D5, we love D5. Travis Shively in the lead from Myrtle Beach. Mitch McDaniel's in second from Atlanta. Billy Jones. Oh, gosh, I don't know where that is.
Where's Archdale?
North Carolina. Somebody help me out.
That might be upstate.
He plays everywhere, so that's not helping. Load the profile. I think it's Triad, but
I'm clicking the profile.
David McDowell's in fourth from Nashville. Jim Pritchett, Virginia Capital, in fifth. Gary Lefevre's in sixth. Carolina Triad, baby. Got it right. Feel good about that. Feel Billy.
Yeah, I had the wife yelling at me, going, "It's Triad."
There you go.
Okay, got it.
Said I need your wife to help me out with all this.
There we go.
So
that's right. So anyhow, that's exciting. And so what constitutes those Player of the Year races for Nashville?
You're
it
killing
is.
Me. So Barney, I need you to fill content for about 30 seconds, so my internet can find this in the member manual.
Yeah.
You're gonna ask. I've been working on the 2026 member manual, guys, and there are updates coming. And one of them is the National Player of the Year race. So where are we at?
I believe
I'm almost there.
It's two.
It's two
and
local, one elevated, three majors, one local final in the North American Championship.
Okay. So the elevateds make a distinguish between
but it's been fun to watch. It's obviously produced leaders from all over the country that are playing well at these big events. And it's going to be a fun race to see. Swag's come on board for some of the Player of the Year. The National Player of the Year prizes are freaking awesome. I'll just say that. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be North American Championship is going to be a great week. Something new this year. The Champions Dinner Friday night. We'll be announcing some more, presented by Sterling Cut Glass. So that's going to be awesome. Sterling Cut Glass is one of our great partners. By the way, Barney, right down the road from you.
Absolutely.
In Erlanger, Kentucky, one of my favorite steakhouses. Anywhere we go in the APT is about 15 minutes from Erlanger, Kentucky.
They're good people. I got to go up there with Shannon one time and pick up some trophies, and they're great. Great operation.
Did you actually get to go in and see how they?
I just got to go to the loading dock and just bring bags and bags and boxes of trophies and jam them into a car.
Well, the next time you need to go and have them give you the tour of how they do everything. It is insane, the amount of stuff they produce. But anyways, Champions Dinner. And just so you know, to get invited to the Champions Dinner, you've got to be a North American or a senior North American champion.
Very cool.
It's gonna be the elite of the elite. We're gonna do a night to celebrate y'all, our champions, making a tradition.
Who picks the menu?
Well, the restaurant's going to this year. I didn't know how to do it.
I didn't know Fegley was bringing some halibut back from Alaska.
I'm definitely not letting Fegley pick the menu from last year. So,
hey, I'll have something good.
So you never know what's going to happen there if we let Fegley pick the menu.
That's right.
That's cool. That'll be neat. Another special piece.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun weekend to create a tradition. Last year we started the tradition with Folds of Honor Friday. The North American, just plan on wearing red, white, and blue. We're gonna do the ceremony around the flagpole at 6:15 or 6:30. First tee, I think 6:30 because the first tee time's at 7:30. So everybody gets a chance to be a part of that. It's a really cool thing where we honor our country, honor our veterans to get the weekend started. So definitely want everybody to know about that now. We'll be talking about it more, but obviously adding the Champions Dinner, the Universal Retirement 19th holes back, Worldwide Golf's going to be on hand. It's going to be a really cool weekend at Reunion Resort, and there should still be some spots available, I think, when it opens to everybody. It's not going to be a lot, though, so if you're thinking about it like, oh, I'll decide in the middle of August if I want to go, that would be bad advice. Like, if you want to go, I would register on the 31st of July when it opens. 8 p.m. Eastern on the call next week.
Chris is wondering how far back for the dinner.
If you are a North American or a senior North American champion all the way back to 2021, you will get an invite to that.
And still in good standing, but that's.
So you didn't go to Live or some other.
Yeah, Live or fall under that unbecoming clause of the British manual.
You're saying we're going to lose an invitation or two?
So might happen.
Well, it's always a good idea to sign up as soon as you can when you're thinking about it, because we hear that all the time about, well, I wish I could have gotten into that tournament. It's like, well, yeah, you could have. You just have to click the button.
Yes.
And most of your stuff's already in there.
Are you in my email inbox?
Yeah. Right.
I've been around that.
John Gibbon wants to know if one has never been able to be pertinent information provided. Lots and lots and lots of it, John. So if you're thinking about it now, Wednesday night, there's always a fun event. So NAC, I know we're jumping into this a little quick before, but I'll say Wednesday night's always a fun event. Thursday is registration and players meeting. Friday mornings, Folds of Honor Friday around the flagpole. You've got morning double tee, 7:30 to 9:30 a.m. tee times every day at each of the courses. In the afternoon, we're back in the banquet hall for the University Retirement 19th hole. The swag putting contest, which, by the way, one of the prizes this year is going to be the Ryder Cup bag, the staff bag. Those things are legit.
Nice.
And senior works pretty much the same way, just the date shift. So Monday's registration, Tuesday and Wednesday, same thing. And we've got lunch provided after the final round. So, an award ceremony. So make plans to stick around for that. It's going to be a good time. So, but Barney, appreciate you coming on. I know we got a lot to get to tonight. We got Chris Van Spanker in here. He's backstage, whatever that means. But first, we got a message from Friends of Worldwide Golf. Stay tuned. We still got a lot more to cover, and we'll be right back.
Get there.
Get there.
Get there.
Get there. Those two words are said by golfers all over the world as a sign of respect, a whisper of encouragement, a roar of support. It's what we say to our competitors, our loved ones, our heroes. It's what we say to ourselves.
Get there.
At Worldwide Golf, we're like you. We strive to improve our game, to elevate our standards, and transcend our limits. Our commitment is to the journey, to the tradition, and to the spirit of golf that unites us all. Since 1963, Worldwide Golf has been there to supply golfers with the equipment and apparel they need to drive their journeys forward. With over 100 retail locations spread across 10 retail brands and the best golf e-commerce websites, we have exactly what every golfer needs for however they choose to play. All of this done to help golfers who want to be their best get there. We are golfers, and we're here for golfers. We built a brand around evolving the game and having what you need to play your way, and it shows in every product we offer and every experience we provide. Our goal is singular, to help you get there. Though the game may change, our mission remains. To stand beside you, to grow with you, to celebrate every victory and learn from every shot. Worldwide Golf. Get there.
Cool. Worldwide Golf, the presenting sponsor of the Amateur Players Tour, along with Global Golf, sponsors of the National Player of the Year race, Worldwide Golf National Player of the Year. Be on the lookout. We were just talking to them today. They've got a new website called Fairway Styles, which has, all the top end apparel that you guys want, G4, Peter Millar, Grayson, all that. They're going to give us a pretty good little coupon action. If you want to go to their website, check it out. So they're constantly doing stuff. They will be on site at the North American Championship. So we're excited to have and welcome them in. But speaking of welcoming somebody in, I can't believe we let you on camera with that Cubs jersey in the background. That's embarrassing.
Okay. What's up, fellas? How you doing?
I'm surprised you even have internet in Minnock. So
It
how are you doing?
happens. I'm just fine.
So are you having to like pedal a bike in the background to keep that moving?
I do. You should see what's going on under my desk. And
I don't want to
pedaling
see
the,
what's going on here.
Duck,
Yeah.
How are you doing, man?
you're
Good,
cool,
good.
calm, and collected, but your
Yes,
feet are
sir.
going
Like a
crazy.
little hamster.
So
Things are going good. I was bummed to miss out playing Atkins with you today. Sounds like a good time.
it was a good time until I got to the front nine and could not stop making bogeys. But
The front nine. Oof.
it's the easiest side.
I know.
It's not even hard. Minus hole two. Two's hard.
Yeah.
Everything else is pretty simple. But anyways, get into it. Reason you're on here, want to welcome you to the national staff. So there are now 2 Chris's. So there are 2 Chris's and 2 Matts. So if you're at a tournament and you don't know
Jeez.
who you're talking to, you need to pick Chris or Matt because it gives you the best statistical odds.
Thanks.
You got
Yeah,
a 50-50.
I'm Chris 2. Ice and Chris 1. Go from there.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much it's like 40% chance or 80% chance it's Chris or Matt.
Yeah.
So if you're playing statistics,
Yep.
that would be the way to do it.
Oh, man.
You're wearing a bucket hat. You
Good
just say, "Hey,
times.
loser." No, I'm just
Good
kidding.
Exactly. Hey, Gilligan.
It happens. So, but
Oh,
so you're on the national staff, huh?
Yeah, been there for what now? 2-3 months.
That's true.
Still kind of like, learning all the ropes and, taking the punches as, rolling with the punches, as the saying goes, kind of hanging on for dear life, but doing good.
Yeah, we haven't been busy the last couple months, and so this is the first time we're bringing you on the live to introduce you. But everybody, Chris, he'll be helping you guys out when you guys have questions, sending stuff to the support inbox. If it's golf related, it's probably going to go to Chris. But he's been a good addition, at least so far. We like him.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
So
Do my best. Try to stay out of trouble, but no promises, right?
100%. And
Right.
you also run Central Illinois and Minneapolis. So
I do that. Yeah. Central Illinois, doing pretty well there. That's compared to last year, we're upped our membership from just over 100 to nearly 120. And Minneapolis, we're just kind of dipping our toe in the APT waters and putting a good product out there. People who do come to our events seem to enjoy it. So just keep trusting the process, and things will go well.
Well, I will tell you this, and I'll tell you this on the broadcast so everybody can hear it. I will tell you there's no better feeling as the founder of this thing than when I walk into a golf course that I've worked with the GM in the past and know and like and respect, and he meets me at the door to tell me how good of a job y'all do. So good job. They were thrilled. Definitely, APT is definitely welcome back at Atkins Golf Club, which I will tell you, if you're going to get on a plane to come to Central Illinois to play a golf course, Atkins is probably the one. There are some great golf courses in Central Illinois. I don't want to hate on Metamora Fields or CCD or, Panther Creek if we ever get it back. Stay tuned. But
hopefully next year. We'll see. Yeah.
So we'll see. But Atkins is really good. Hosted the NCAA regionals this year, home of the Fighting Illini, which is, one of the most consistently good D1 golf programs in the country.
yes.
Definitely the best one above the Mason-Dixon line.
Yeah, the course is just immaculate as well.
Definitely.
Well-defined fairways, quick greens. Even when we played our elevated event just this past weekend, we got dumped on. We just torrential downpours, and the greens. Like, we got more compliments on the greens there than anywhere else on our schedule. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy the drainage they put in that place when they redid
Yeah.
it. But
Mhm.
when you have a good budget to build a golf course and when you're in farmland and it's built off sand now, so it can be firm and fast, it's crazy. So super fun. But anyways, why don't you tell us a little bit what's coming up in Central Illinois, what you guys are looking forward to the rest of the season, and maybe tease your Player of the Year race a little bit.
Yeah, so Central Illinois, what we have going on this weekend is kind of a precursor to a little Ryder Cup thing that we have going on between us and the Indianapolis chapter over in, speaking of, farmland, Danville, Illinois. A little course out there. It's kind of right in the middle between where we are and where Indianapolis chapter is. So there's a little meeting spot there. So we're playing there this weekend, and after that, we're heading down the home stretch, going to CCD, teaming up with St. Louis to go there. Going to stay in Decatur after that, going to Red Tail Run, which is a decent track there, and we finish up in Bloomington at Prairie Vista Golf Course for our local finals.
Nice, three good tracks. Are you going to walk to Red Tail from the office?
I probably could, huh?
Just to say
Probably need to.
I wasn't going to say it, but
Hey, now. Watch out. So yeah, let's go into our Player of the Year race. Division 1, we have a guy who plays nearly every week on our tour. His name is Josh Anderson. I believe he's probably top 10 National Player of the Year as well. He's got a pretty comfortable lead in our Division 1 race. Division 2 is a little bit closer. A guy by the name of RJ Trimpey. He is leading Division 2 by just under 300 points. So that's another tight race there. Our Division 3 race is another close race. Adam Dean is leading Division 3 by just 11 points there. So that's a really tight race. And yeah.
And third place is 7 points behind that. So you got 3 guys right there that are all close.
Another tight race in Division 4. Don McMahon is leading. He's got, what is the math there? Like 23-point lead over Ed Watkins. And 23. Behind that is Bob Tipsford. He's only 2 points behind Ed. So another tight race. And then Division 5, Myron Schroeder, he's got a pretty comfortable lead in Division 5. So that looks good there.
Nice. It makes fun. And the other thing I think we should talk about the local Player of the Year race that's interesting is it's 2.5 times points.
Mm-hmm.
And so you get these races, if you're close going to the local finals, you'll play for it. A lot of people control their own destiny. If you're in a tight race there, you're going to have a chance to make a big move at your local final. And so lots of important events left. It's that time of year. Everybody's jockeying. You start seeing people traveling across the country to try to pick up local events to help their position. And so, but if you get in there within striking distance, if you get within, Division 1, 300-400 points, you're going to have a win and you're in scenario. So lots and lots of fun.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. I mean, you get to that point, and it's essentially, you're playing like a stroke match play. If you're playing against the leader or somebody right in front of you, you're just kind of trying to keep up with them and then make a move at some point during the round. I mean, anything could happen at that point, especially in the local finals.
Yeah, which is always fun heading into this home stretch. The championships, like I said, North American Championship is going to open. It's currently open for people with priority exempt status. Have one more week, a little less than a week now, because at 8:00 Eastern, when we come on the live next Thursday, registration is going to be open to all APT members. Keep in mind, you've got to get the eligibility requirements in. We've had a bunch of questions on that. So Fegley, why don't we walk through some of those FAQs, and then we'll get into your segment on relegation. But I think the biggest thing about the eligibility requirement is, do I have to have it done before I register?
No.
Got to commit to it.
Got to commit to it.
If you aren't there, if you only played one round, we might be like, yeah, we need to see a little bit more. But if you've played 4 and we see 2 upcoming events on your schedule, we're just going to clear you in and then follow up to make sure it gets done. And that's the big thing. The reason we're having the eligibility requirements is we want to make sure everybody's got a valid handicap heading into the tournament. I think that's a key piece of it. And what makes our tour unique.
Yeah, I mean that is the biggest thing is we want to just make sure we see the guys and they have guys and gals. Everybody's got at least 6 events. If your index is pretty solid and you've been playing consistently all year, you're good to go. Like I said, those players that haven't got the 6, we will be communicating with you about how to get to that level.
No, so. I think that's important. And then also just paying attention to the guys that play the game. So we have things in place to catch the guys trying to play the game. If your index went to an 8.5 back in February and you're like, hey, I'm not going to play the North American Championship because my GIN's now a 6, we will find you and we will move you to Division 2.
Yep. That will be a conversation for sure.
100%. But let's get to relegation. That's all you. This is your.
The other important.
Your time to show.
My world.
I'm Fegley.
So the other important deadline coming up. The other important deadline coming up is the relegation deadline. Players want to switch divisions, look to move down. We are down to 1 week. So next Wednesday, believe it, Manuel, it's 5 p.m.
And if you want to relegate,
Eastern
don't wait till the last minute. We're typically not jerks about it, but we will make fun of you if you send it to us at 6.
Yes, send it in now. If you think you're going to do it, just send it in now. The other important thing is the senior team move. That deadline passed July 9th. So the only move we're going to be making is division moves. Senior team moves are pretty. They're done. So we'll be moving folks just via divisions at this point in time. So those are the 2 big deadlines. And again, everything else after this week, we're going to be locked and loaded. The only thing that's going to happen is promotions will still occur, but we do have the flight flex, and then the flight lock. So we've got a little bit of flexibility for players that are chasing to make sure that you're not getting moved by just 1/10 of 1% and all that fun stuff. So we got a little bit of flexibility in there for you, and then obviously the local finals, wherever you play, if you're registered for the North American, wherever you play, the local finals is where you'll play in them.
Numerous rounds. You got to play 14 rounds.
14.
So
yeah, it's for those that have been around a while and invested in the tour either throughout the year or throughout a length of time playing with us. We want to make sure that those long-term validated players we know are, go shoot it, go see what you can, we'll all get it reset in 26. So
absolutely. Well, we can't announce first of the 2026 rule changes. The most obvious one that makes the most sense, and that is for 2026 for next season.
Yep.
If you turn 50 on or before October 1st of 2026, or you turn 60 on or before October 1st, 2026, you'll be able to play the senior division all year, the senior options, and the senior tees for 60. Still, there's some guidance coming on that. We'll talk more about, but you won't
still
turn and become
for
eligible whenever your birthday is. If your birthday is on or before October 1st, 2026, beginning at the start of the season, we can start having the senior tee discussion with you. For those of you that need it, for those of you that he'll still hit at 270, just stop asking.
Exactly. But no, that's one important thing that we looked at from an administrative standpoint. 2 things. Players were changing mid-season. We didn't like it. I don't think the players liked it. Those that did get the advantage, the change. They probably like the change mid-year, but we were looking at it as, why don't we do it all year? If your 60th birthday happens before the North American Championship, you're going to be eligible all year long. It's the same thing as as a lot of our chapters play senior net and open net contests. We were realizing that we kind of had a problem where it's like, oh wait, what happens when somebody turns 50 in the middle of the year? So everything's going to be a solid date. So your classification will be determined by that date, and it'll last all year. So
Cool.
that's going to be nice. So yeah.
Well, we got more stuff coming up. Chris, what's the commercial coming up? Do you know?
It's turtle.
I think there's two Chris's on here. So I'm trying to ice them in the background. I love David Watson. He's got to wait. So well, we got a message from our friends at Turtleton. So, but we'll be right back. Cool. Well, we're jumping into back to rules segments. I think this one's really good. As we're continuing to go through this, Rule 5, man, playing the round. There's some really good APT situations in here, so I just want to read the rule and go through it. I think this is going to be really good. So, in fact,
we're going to talk about match play.
Well, you can go through. We'll talk for a minute. I'm going to go through the. I'm in an AI version, so I want to make sure I have the actual rule.
Yeah.
I don't want to screw that up.
Dude, that gets you every once in a while, man. You look that up, and all of a sudden,
I'm pulling it up right now. Hold on.
All of a sudden, that artificial intelligence takes you down a rabbit hole, and you're like, wait a minute.
Right. So here we go. Some interesting things. I'm just going to walk through it. It's playing the round. So 5.1 is meaning of round. So round is 18 or fewer holes played in the order set by the committee. When a round ends in a tie, and play will go on until there's a winner. A playoff and stroke play is a new round. So that's something that's come up a couple weeks ago. Can I switch drivers between ending the tournament and going out for a playoff? Absolutely, you can. It's considered a new round. And then a player is playing the round from when it starts until it ends, except when it's stopped under 5.7, which we'll get to. And when a rule refers to actions taking during a round, that does not include while play is stopped under Rule 5.7a unless the rule says otherwise. So a couple things that are interesting. We get these. I'm going to go after all of the old, like some of the rule Nazi guys that think they know the rules. There's some of these that have changed, and this is important to cover. If you came from another, I'm just kidding. I shouldn't say that. I might say it anyway. You know what I mean? If you're the guy that likes to debate the rules in the bar, these are good things to know so you can disagree with your friends that say they know the rules and call us about them.
There you go.
Incensed. So 5.2, practicing on course before or between rounds. So for the purpose of this rule, practicing on the course means playing a ball or testing the surface of the putting green of any hole by rolling a ball or rubbing the surface, and the limitations on practice on the course before or between rounds apply only to the player, not to the player's caddy. Interesting. We're going to skip match play. Stroke play. On the day of a stroke play competition, a player does not practice on the course before a round except that the player may practice putting or chipping on or near their first teeing area, practice on any practice area, or practice on or near the putting green if the hole just completed, even if they will play that hole again on the same day. A player may practice on the course after completing their final round of the day. So there's no more round. You can practice on the course. We run into this all the time. This is a different change to the rules of golf since 2019. So all you that knew the rules 10 years ago, this is a change. We run into this at majors all the time. I go play Torrey Pines. I have a 7:30 tee time. I get done at noon and I go, hey, I want to go play another round of golf. So I go book a round on the tournament course, and 3 people call me and goes, you need to disqualify him. He's practicing on the course. It's completely legal, guys. It's completely acceptable. There's nothing against the rules with it. It's right here, Rule 5.2. So that's good. And if a player makes a stroke in breach of this rule, they get the general penalty applied to the first hole first time. A lot of people think it's instant DQ. It's not. You get general penalty, which is 2 strokes. The second time, if they make an additional stroke and breach this rule, they're disqualified. I know we ran into this a couple years ago at Lookout Mountain because the putting green and the 13th green look like the same thing. They are not. So they're covered. But anyways, a couple other things. Rule 5.3. Just keep flying through, Fegley. You're going to hear all the APT stuff in this. These are important to go through. I highly recommend if you play tournament golf to go through the rules and understand them. So starting and ending round. When to start round. Player's round starts when the player makes a stroke to start their first hole. The player must start at and not before their starting time. This means player must be ready to play at the starting time and starting point set by the committee, which, by the way, in APT rules, we tell you to be at the first tee 10 minutes before your tee time to go through rules. That doesn't mean 5. That doesn't mean 3. Or the poor guy in St. Louis that literally got to the tee box as the first guy was hitting his shot. He avoided the 2-shot penalty by about 0.4 of a second.
More sense.
He was on the tee, ready to go before the first guy hit. But gosh, that drives me nuts. And a starting time is set by the committee, and if you've been in a tournament with Chris as the starter, it is an exact time. He is very punctual. So if the starting time is delayed for any reason, such as weather, slow play of other groups, there's no breach of this rule. The players present ready to play, and the players group is able to start. It's another good thing. The penalty for not being ready to start with your time is disqualification, except in 3 cases. This is another important one because we've all got the email as chapter owners from somebody that wants us to DQ somebody that calls us that got stuck behind a wreck and getting to the golf course. Here's the exception. It's right here in the rules, guys. I'm going to start sending this back in my response to players. Exception 1, player arrives at the starting point, ready to play no more than 5 minutes late. They get a 2-shot penalty for that. Exception 2, they start no more than 5 minutes early. I have no idea why this is even in the rules. I don't know who does that, but they get the general penalty if they start at 8:59. Just listen to your starter, guys. That's all you have to do. And exception 3 is the committee decides that exceptional circumstances prevented player from starting on time. And in which case there's no breach of the rule and no penalty. So that being said, if you're coming to a one-day event and something happens, it's always better to call. Because if we can help you, we most likely will. So
it's got to be exceptional, not
correct.
I woke up late, but you know.
If something that's weird and we can accommodate, we will. And just so you know, it's within the rules to do so. So just because you don't like the guy that's having bad fortune for that day, just understand it's in the rules. It's okay. But yeah. When round in, player rounds in and stroke play, when the player holds out of the final hole. That's when the round ends. Playing in groups. Stroke play. During a round, the player must remain in the group set by the committee unless the committee approves a change either before or after it happens. So you don't get to just be like, hey, Fegley's slow. I'm going to go play with Van Spankeren for the rest of the day. But apparently if the committee approves that, it's acceptable. So
it's okay.
This one's really good too. The next ones are really important. But they're in Rule 5. So you guys know where they are. Practicing during round or while play is stopped. So you can't take a practice stroke while playing the hole, obviously. If you're in between hitting your tee shot and holing out, there are no practice shots. B, there's a restriction on practice strokes after completing the hole. This is 5.5B. It said after completing play of the hole, but before making a stroke to begin another hole, a player must not make a practice stroke. Exception is the player may practice putting or chipping on or near the putting green of the hole just completed, and any practice green. I actually have a story about this one. And the teeing area of the next hole. So when I started in the Chicago District state tournaments, I was playing in the state Mid-Am qualifier, and I hadn't really done anything yet in the qualifiers. The first time I qualified, I was in the dew sweepers, as Mazzotti and Frazier like to call them. So I was in a twosome out early, and we turned and had a 30-minute wait at the turn. And there's a big stink because I went to the putting green and just started practicing. Wow. Completely legal. Now, I can't go to the driving range, but I can be on the putting green. So you can practice chipping and putting on the putting green. It's a good thing to know. Practice strokes cannot be made from a bunker. So those of you that think like, oh, it's near the putting green, I can do it. You can't practice from the bunker. And you can't unreasonably delay play. I feel like most of this is common sense, but it's good to cover.
Let's reiterate that piece. You can't delay play. So if the group behind you waiting,
if they're in the fairway in position,
don't get that play.
You don't get to do this. Practice while play is suspended or otherwise stopped. When play is suspended or otherwise stopped under Rule 5.7a, a player must not make a practice stroke except as allowed in Rule 5.5b anywhere outside the course and anywhere on the course the committee allows. So this is the big deal. If we're stopping play, guys, it's for a dangerous situation, and all the practice areas are going to remain closed, and you can't practice during a delay of play unless we tell you it's okay. So there's that. 5.6 is about prompt pace of play and unreasonably delaying play. This is a good one to cover. If I'm going to let you jump in on this, I'll read it for you and give you the comment. A player must not unreasonably delay play either when playing a hole or between two holes. A player may be allowed a short delay for certain reasons, such as when the player seeks help from a referee or committee. We tell you to play 2 balls and keep going. Play 2 balls and keep going. Can we say it one more time? Play 2 balls and keep going.
Play 2 balls.
When the player becomes injured or ill, or when there is another good reason. Talk about a dumb thing to put in the rules. We don't know what the reason is, but if it's good, we're good with it. Then prompt pace of play. A round of golf is meant to be played at a prompt pace. Each player should recognize their pace of play is likely to affect how long it will take other players to play their rounds, including both those in the player's own group and in the following groups. Notice it doesn't say the group ahead of them. It's the following groups it affects. Players encouraged to allow faster groups to play through non-tournament play. Pace of play. Things like playing out of turn to help pace of play. Completely acceptable in stroke play. And committee pace of play policy. It says we're supposed to put one in effect. So just understand. We're just trying to encourage everyone to have an enjoyable round.
Correct. And that's the whole thing, right? Talking about it, just keep up with the group in front of you. Again, don't take those additional strokes on the previous hole played on the previous putting green if the group is right behind you.
Correct.
Common sense.
So
no need to unreasonably delay play. It's almost like we hear it on the rules on the first tee all the time.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, dude. One more to get through, and I think this one's really important. So this is stopping play and resuming play. We run into this every year. It's important to talk about. During a round, a player must not stop play except in these cases. It's really important. Number 1, suspension by committee. All players must stop play if the committee suspends play. That's Rule 5.7b. We'll get there in a second. You can stop play by agreement and match play. Unless you can literally agree to stop play for any reason unless it delays the competition. And then if they agree to stop play and then one player wants to resume play, they're no longer in agreement, and the match moves on. I love that in the rule.
Right.
And then the other one, I think this is really important to talk about because people don't know this. Individual players stopping play because of lightning. So a player may stop play if they reasonably believe there's danger from lightning, but they need to report it to the committee as soon as possible.
Right.
Now, I will tell you, we monitor, especially the national events. We have like 4 radars we watch.
Right.
But if you see lightning, and you're not comfortable, stop play, come get one of us. We don't want anybody out in a dangerous situation.
Use the most important thing you got. There's the scorecard with the phone number, and you generally, all of us probably have a cell phone with us. So if you got a situation where lightning's popping up and you're uncomfortable, call the number, text the number. You can handle that pretty quickly.
So other things there. What player must do in committee suspends play? If it's immediate suspension, which is typically what happens with us 99% of the time.
Stop.
You can't play
golf.
Yeah, you can't make another stroke. And you can't make another stroke until the committee resumes play. I will tell you there's an interesting piece of this that I wasn't aware. So if you don't mark your ball and you just come in, that's fine. When you go back out, you have the ability to play it as it lies or mark, lift, clean, and replace it when you start play. I know. You learn something every time you go through the rules here. There's so much to it.
We got some good questions too. So,
yes.
I don't know the answer to those questions, but we'll figure it out.
Which one?
Well, a couple of them, but we got to finish this. This is the key thing.
Oh my God.
When you hear the horn, quit playing golf.
Quit playing golf. And for those guys that were at Bears Best that I thought died a couple years ago, come inside. Don't sit under a tree. Kindergarten logic, guys.
Yeah.
So typically, especially at the big national events, we will have someone evacuating you and telling you where to go. So following that is a good thing. You don't have an option to keep going in that situation. Stroke means hitting a ball. So you could take a practice swings with your clubs in between holes. That's completely acceptable. So you just can't hit golf shots.
Right. There you go. All right.
That's pretty much, without going way too. The only other thing is if, for example, your ball marker or your tees are moved or washed away or something when play resumes, you just estimate where it is and you place it to get started. Yes, just
and Michael brings up a good point.
Common sense, guys. Yes. Call us if that's the issue. So take cover. That's the biggest thing.
Yep. Now, Daniel's question. That's interesting. I don't know the answer to that.
I don't know if I know the answer to that either on the top of things. I would think if I had to guess, typically during the suspension for dangerous situation, no. But in between the suspension and going back, probably yes, would be my guess. But I'm sure there's some local rule we have to put in place. So we'll do some research on that.
Yeah. That's a good one.
So it'll be good. What's up next?
That's a good one. Like what can you do to stay stretched out? It's a good question. That is a good question. We need to look at them.
Typically, I would tell you, like you go to a tour event and they pull off for weather, they're going to give you a little bit of time to warm up and open the practice areas. So for an APT event in the couple minutes before, we may not open the practice area like you can go hit range balls, but you would be able to swing the club in the suspension of play. You just couldn't do it when play resumes. The answer is up in Rule 5.1.
Ooh.
So
there you go. This is a good question. We got to look at that, and that's something that, coming to you next week.
So, anyways, moving right along.
All right, so moving on.
NAC.
Hole 8. Mm-hmm.
So, NAC, we're a week away from signups opening up. I'm going to take a quick look at where we are. We're under 100 spots.
Only
pretty close to 100 spots left.
50.
I'm looking in here.
Yeah. You're looking the official looking. The official
looking numbers is essentially 263 already for the North American, so under
Okay.
100 spots. And the senior,
Wow.
I know, it's crazy. The senior is
Wow.
at essentially 153 as
Okay.
we work through clearing some people in.
It's kind of
It's going to be
exciting.
fun. It's going to be a good week. Reunion is going to be nice. Just like the first year at Pinehurst, everybody's going to be on the same resort. We do some great room rates at the resort. If you want to stay there, there's tons of lodging options in Orlando. You, by all means, do not have to stay on property. But Reunion's got some great restaurants. The restaurant at the Nicholas Clubhouse is really, really good. The steakhouse is really, really good. And it's going to be nice because we've got all the ballroom space in. So we'll have a little exhibit hall for registration and events at night. The Universal Retirement 19th hole. Lance coming on board with that is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a fun packed few days. So definitely stay tuned.
Are the room rates and room information available in that fancy smancy little QR code?
Well, that just takes you to the TIP pit. Oh, look at that. The hotel booking link.
Chris, you the man.
So-
Ask and you shall receive.
Chris, Jersey, and I are headed
That's
down
right.
to Orlando for a site visit in early August. So to get all the final
Oh,
details,
okay.
we're looking at a couple lighted par threes for Wednesday night to keep the par three challenge tradition going. We've got the champions
Sweet.
dinner. It's going to be a good time. Lunch on Sunday. There is one room lodging at Reunion, Gary. If for some reason it's not showing on the hotel booking link, shoot me a text or an email, and we'll reach out to our contact. I can't get over
Contact.
Gus's comment. That's an APT after dark conversation. Need a paywall on that one.
Lord. Oh boy. Yes. 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 Things happen.
So
Things happen.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty
Anyhow.
sure they're still cooking Chris's steak.
Yes. But as with all fine places, you at least, get some follow up. All right. Anyhow.
You got any questions for North American?
North American.
I mean, we've been living this thing, so I know every detail now there is about North American
Yeah.
for 2 months. So any questions people have, we'll open it up, and then we'll call it a night for tonight.
That's pretty funny. Gus's comment about pace of play is pretty good. I'll see you on the green, bud.
Man, Spanker, what are you most excited about for the North American? This will be your first one.
I'm excited for the whirlwind of it all. I played in a North American Championship years ago on a different tour, and I remember as a player the experience being basically top notch, and I'm just excited to kind of provide that for all the players and kind of try to keep my head on still and hope that I can survive it.
I'm just typing what I wanted to say to that, so I don't say it out loud.
Yeah.
100% right. It was
Wow.
not.
That's pretty funny. That's
So-
pretty funny. Oh,
Joe, there
man.
is no outside course. Everything is at Reunion. 3 courses.
3 courses.
So we do
All
have practice round rates. $95 plus tax. So
When can those be
I
booked?
believe now. So we'll have that up this
Okay.
week. I've got instructions. There's person to email or call. And it should be fun. So need for
Sweet.
property access. You'll be able to book practice rounds. So I would say no, unless you're trying to skip into the pool or something like that. But
Right. Oh.
So Rocky with a rule not related to Rule 5.
Yeah, I know. If ball's on first cut of green, so the fringe.
Yeah, I don't even know what first cut of green is. We'll talk about that later. So it's on the fringe.
Oh, not on green. I'm not to mark it right since on the green.
Can you we need more details here.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Well, the key is you can't clean it. If you mark the ball,
If you mark the ball, you can't clean
on the
it.
golf,
You can mark the ball. You can
can't-
technically mark
you
the.
can
You
mark
can
the
put the mark to the right too. You just can't clean the golf ball.
right.
So
As long as you replace the
Correct.
spot. Right?
Yeah.
There's no requirement about it being exactly
this is
behind
a
the
good
ball,
one.
right?
I'm going back to reunion. So,
Okay.
reunion has a gate, but they just have a security guard that you can come in because reunion's a public resort. So you just have to tell them you're there for the North American Championship. I don't know if they ask you for your ID like every other place in Orlando, but it's not hard to get through.
All right, bottom line. Okay, ball on fringe, guy chip shots behind his ball looking to chip and tells me to mark it. Yes. You need to mark it. You need to do that. You just cannot clean it. So generally most people they pick it up like that. And do that.
Cool.
So it's
Any other
perfectly
questions before we sign off for tonight? I got to go put
Oh,
together toys for Collins' birthday. So
fine.
they have
you
lots
go.
of parts and stickers.
Dude, how did it become that? I mean, seriously, it's the end of July, dude.
Been
It's
a year.
crazy.
Uh,
It's
I know,
awesome. It's good
it's pretty
times.
legit.
Time's only going to go faster.
I'm just I keep looking down. I'm pretty sure she's in bed, but if not, she'll start walking up. Next thing you know, she'll just walk up and it's crazy. So much fun though.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a good time.
It's gonna be fun. Well, we'll be back next Thursday because we're opening up registration to everybody. Fagley will be not on a cruise in Alaska. So there we go.
Yeah, I'll be in the California establishment. There we
He
go.
has to think about it. Ridiculous. But anyways, appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll have some more info for you next weekend with the North American Championship. And we're going to get ready to get this thing on the road. Plus, Omni Homestead, we saw that earlier. It's October 21st and 22nd is the first fall major. It is a Monday, Tuesday event with a little Sunday event to get things warmed up. Playing both the Cascades and the Old Course. It's going to be fantastic.
Sir. And that's open, right? We can sign up for that.
August 1st. So
Good call.
anyways, appreciate y'all, and we'll look forward to seeing y'all next week.
Excuse me, Mr. Fowler? Aren't you forgetting something?
Thanks, man.